Hey, good morning to you. Let me tell you something. Jesus is Lord. The Word works. Now, the power is in the Word. God said, let there be light. Light was. Everything that God created, He created it with the words of His mouth, but it is the Word that God spoke that has the power in it. I love one of these, well, a lot of verses, but Hebrews 4:12 says, "For the Word is alive and powerful." Now, the word live there is an old English word, means like the quick. When you bite your finger off, or your big fingernail off and pull it down into the quick, that's the living part. That's what that means when it says the word is alive. It's alive. And I heard some teacher, I've heard so many, I forget who said it, but I believe it was Fred Price said this one time. The word is alive. That means it's always birthing life. So when you plant the seed of the Word of God, life from that Word has got to come up. Now, I'm just going to do this. I do it a lot, but I want y'all to get this today. Sickness may be on you. It could be something simple, like the flu bug or some virus, or it could be something major. But when you plant the seed of with His stripes I was healed, 1 Peter 2:24, and if I was, I am. When you plant that seed, that will birth life. It'll birth healing in you. Now, you may be so broken. Dear God, I've been broke. I've been broke a whole lot of time in my life. I mean, I've had to speak to my bills month after month after month. I've had to believe God for groceries week after week after week, and it's working. But when you plant the seed that my God shall supply all of your needs according to His riches and glory, that seed's got to produce because it's alive. Now, I got to tell you this little story. I went to Cuba, made 40 trips into Cuba like 10 years ago when it was impossible to go. I had licenses from the United States government. I had licenses from Cuba. And I was going over there, preached all over that island, shared the gospel with a lot of people, the power of the Word. I took Pat, my wife, my daughter Joy, and her little girl Zoe, and we went over there and take a couple of days to have a vacation before, I preached 3 nights like I usually did. Well, we spent too much money. Well, I realized I don't have enough money to pay my departure taxes. I don't have enough money to pay for the fuel for my airplane. What am I going to do? I went to the Word. Philippians 4:19, my God shall supply all of your needs. Now watch this. I want you to get this. Couldn't write a check. Couldn't use a credit card. Couldn't have money wired to me. I am in Cuba, okay? And there's nothing that I could do. So I prayed and believed God. And I went down and talked to the hotel manager, who was a friend of mine, and I told him, I said, I have a dilemma. I'm $200 short. Now, they make $10 a month. That's the average salary in Cuba. He said, well, come back here with me, brother. And so he reached in his drawer and gave me 4 $50 bills U.S., which was exactly what I had to have. And he said, just pay me back when you come back. Now, you got to realize that's like a year's income, but God had provided it. We were able to get out of there. We went home. A month or so later, when I went back, I gave the guy $300 because I was so thrilled that God used him to bless me. Here's the point. It wasn't the man. It was the Word. The Word says, I'm never left alone. The Word says, I will never forsake you or leave you without aid. So what you got to do is plant the seed of the Word of God. If you want watermelons, you plant watermelons. If you want squash, you plant squash. If you want green beans, you plant green beans. If you want corn, you plant corn. So if you need money today, plant the seed of the Word of God about I have given, therefore it is given unto me, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Hey, and I got to go. Y'all have a great day. And until I'm with you tomorrow, you remember, Jesus is Lord. And thank God the Word works.